remember way back when I first started engineering school, one of our professors, we had this like special class and you had to talk about what engineering is and so on. And so he asked us this question about, what's the difference between an artist and an engineer, right? Or art and engineering.
Math.
And like people were going around the room and they were like, oh, well, artists are creative. And he's like, no, engineers are creative, and like all the sort of common differences that you think of, like, math is very analytical. You can do a lot of analysis of art.
Yeah.
Right. So like there was a lot of like things that people commonly perceive as differences that were actually very similar. And then like the real difference came down to is whatever the product is, whether it's art or whether it's engineering. In engineering, you're talking about a utilitarian purpose. Right? It's very like you have a utility for it. And that tends to be the thing that distinguishes it from like art, because art has not a lot like a practical hands utility to it, right? It has a utility in sort of like a more spiritual and more human growth kind of aspect to it. What it's really about is knowing people, and what I'm doing is social impact, right? Whether it's in art or in engineering, there's social impact here. And so understanding and knowing the human condition so you can improve it, whether it's through artwork or through engineering work, is kind of like the goal here.
I'm not envisioning 4 separate people. I'm envisioning one worker 4 separate times. So I'm envisioning like walking in the door, noticing you have a task to go about, starting it, feeling a little frazzled with the lines and the guy facing us, taking a break and really questioning oneself by sitting in the corner, and then going back and finishing at the start of the boat where like your journey's about to continue, and like learning throughout the progress. That's what I took from it, but everyone has different things. What did you take from it?
I see the arc, just like you just said, the whole arc is there, right? In terms of like having the work to do it and be overwhelmed by it, to regrouping, and then to like restarting and like going back to what you know well.